Hi everyone, Jamie here with Sweet Pickins. Welcome to my back porch. I'm so glad you're here. So we are going to talk today on redoing a piece of furniture. So there's a video before this that you saw. I just talked about a bench that I just redid, just adding a little bit of paint. Very easy, simple, fast DIY. So it's all done, it's dried. I always let my paint cure for 24 hours. And I have my sander here. Now, I love chippy peely. I love all that just really old look, something that looks like weathered and loved. And so that's what we're going to do with this one. So let me tip this and see if you guys can see it. So you can see the color variegations here. I use a dry brush. So a dry brush technique just is exactly that. You're just using a brush that doesn't have a lot of paint. And so I went over this with one coat with a dry brush technique, so you still can see a lot. So all these things you see here, that is the wood poking through. So we want that to poke through even more. So I thought I would be able just to hand sand this. This is one of my sponges. And honestly, I'm not loving how it's looking. I don't think it's enough. So I went and got my Ryobi. Love Ryobi. Not a sponsored post, but I love Ryobi because Ryobi is very, in my opinion, friendly for women's hands. It's not super duper heavy and it does the job, and it's very, very affordable. So we are going to go in. This is my orbital sander. This is the one I chose today. I have a couple different sanders. This is the one I chose today. And I do have a 120 grit on here. You can see it's already been used on another project. So I'm going to lightly go over this, and then we'll go in with our hand sander just to smooth it all down, finish it all down, and just give it a cohesive look. So why don't you follow along? Okay, so you could see that I was doing a really heavy hand in certain spots, and then I was doing long strokes. It's just to smooth it out. So I like to take my sander and do it heavy in certain spots, because what that does is I'll break up the paint a little bit, and then when you do long strokes, it kind of just takes paint with it. So let me show you the top. So see all this distressing? So it looks like it's been loved and worn. And so I like how this looks long. I think I'm gonna do a little bit more right here. The good thing about this is you do it until you're good. And I love this look, so you can never have too much in my opinion. So let's go one more time. show it to you guys now. So it's a little more distressed. This is perfect for me. So I absolutely love this look. This look to me feels worn. It feels like hand-me-down. It feels vintage. So what I like to do is once I take my sander to this, I like to take just a sanding block, a piece of sandpaper, whatever. I use an 80 grit. Typically, this is an 80 grit. So I just like to go over it. What it does is if there's any flaking pieces of paint, it will get it off. So if you don't like this look, you don't have to do this look. I like distressed look. And the thing is I always distress the sides, but I never work on the sides when it comes to my sander. I like to let the sander do the middle and I do the edges, just quickly running it past. I just don't work the edges too much. So you can just see I'm just going back and forth, getting any loose little paint hanging out. It just smooths everything down. I will use a 120 grit also on this. So see how this is? So it's smooth as butter now. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand. You'll see me sand the legs. This is gonna be really quick, fast. I do a lot of detail on the top of a bench, a table, sides I pay attention to, but with this being a bench, this is gonna be our focal point. But we still want it to all be cohesive and have a distressed detail to it. I don't even know if you guys are really gonna be able to see me doing this. So you can lay it down, you're not gonna be able to see me do this. So what I think I'll do is, not to waste your time, I'll just go ahead and do this on my own. But what I did here, I will do on all these bottom rails and the sides to give it. So then what will happen is you wipe this down really, really good. I don't use any kind of soap. I don't use any oils. I use nothing. I literally just use a warm rag and I wipe every crevice, everything down super, super good. I'll throw it in the sun, let it completely dry for at least an hour. Then I'll come in with a polyacrylic and I will seal this, because if you don't seal the chippy peely, it will continue to chip. Now, if you're okay with that, you don't have to seal it, but I like to seal my pieces just to protect them. Someone has a sharp object in their back pocket, it's gonna gouge it, but it's not gonna usually take away the paint unless they're really digging at it. So especially if you seal it. So it just is, this is just a simple, guys, a simple technique, and not everyone's gonna like this distressed details, but it's taking something that you've had, that you're tired of, that's worn out, that looks terrible, and just giving it new life. So this is going to be added to our back porch areas for extra seating. Plus, some of our like little outdoor couches are low, so we actually could use this to eat on. We could throw a TV on here. There's so many things we could do. This is just gonna be a really diverse bench. Plus, if we have people and we're entertaining inside, we can literally bring this in. It's not heavy, it's not cumbersome, and it's just got a really fun, nice look. So guys, thank you so much for joining me here on the Sweet Pickins YouTube channel. I appreciate it so much. We're a small business, so we would love it if you guys would continue to support us and press the like button and absolutely subscribe to our channel. Press the little bell icon and it will give you like a notification when the next video is out. You also can shop with us here in Sparks, Nevada. We are inside Painted Tree, back left corner. We have a big chandelier and country music playing. You also can check out our website. We have a lot of decorating ideas. We have a blog. We have all the things on there. It's shopsweetpickins.com. Also, if you're not following us on Facebook or Instagram, definitely do that. You just have to type in Sweet Pickins Reno. Pickins Reno. We do stories and reels and all the things. So once this is completely done, I'll take some photographs of it. I'll throw it up on my stories, link our YouTube videos to this, and then you guys can see the beginning when we're painting and this. And I break it up amongst all my social medias so that way you guys get a chance to see it, you know, the beginning to the end. And not everything is just on YouTube. Not everything is just on Instagram or Facebook. I like to diversify it. So guys, we appreciate you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you on the next video.